Make sure I'm on. Make sure I'm working with the guy in the back. Okay, good. I got a thumbs up. So how's everybody doing today? Everybody's good? Well, I'm excited to be here. You guys are familiar faces. I've been coming for the last few months to your meetings, and I so appreciate it. And like Lauren said, we've been really working hard on our partnership. So we're really excited to come to this point because we've also been doing things over at the YMCA to get to this point as well. So let me just give you a little bit of history on how we decided on serving people with Parkinson's. So we have a strong relationship with our medical community here in Greenville. We are working on initiatives such as exercises medicine with the Greenville Health System, as well as with the Center for Integrative Oncology Survivorship. So that means that we work with exactly what Lauren said about my position, working with clinical integrating patients that are in need to come over to the YMCA. And so we've become a little more specialized, if you will, in some of those initiatives. So we can work with patients who have cancer, as well as through our exercise is medicine initiative. And that's a little bit more than I really want to spend a ton of time on today. But it's a great program that we have brought into our facilities all across the association. So with that, with those strong relationships with our medical community, we were able to identify Parkinson's having a need to be served and to look at opportunities for that. So of course, our first thought, I guess, if you will, was we went towards the pedaling for Parkinson's for two reasons. One, YMCAs across the country are having great success with pedaling for Parkinson's. And so they're filling up their classes. They're seeing up to 25 people in their classes, which is really cool. And so we were like, okay, our cycles, I'm not going to say our spaces, our rooms, they don't necessarily sit empty, but our cycles sit empty. So we were in the middle of the day. And so we were like, okay, this is a great opportunity. So then the next thing to do was to look at certifying our staff. How do we become credentialed in serving the Parkinson's patients? And so I did research on that, and there's only like 4 in the country that are doing certifications that are evidence-based, research-based. So that next step led us to, so this will kind of give you a timeline of how long we've been working on this. So in January of 2016, I jump on the phone with Dr. Ravi. Some of you are familiar with him, and he is familiar with Parkinson's Wellness Recovery, which is an evidence-based program out of Arizona. And Dr. Becky Farley has done a lot of work around that, and so that's what we're going to work on today. I'm going to show you some of that today. So that took us down that path of, okay, this is really unique to what the Y can do here in Greenville that YMCAs across the country are not doing. They're just doing pedaling. But we wanted to be sure we were top-notch in our efforts to serve this community. So that's where the power came in, and that is where staff across the association, we put our efforts into that. Because we knew we could find another YMCA. We have great partnerships across the country, so we knew we could get the information we needed to build the infrastructure to do cycling. That part was going to be a little bit easier to the whole big picture. So we went down that path of getting certified. We were so lucky, if you will, gracious. We had a donor graciously support 14 staff people across the association to attend this training. So at every YMCA, we have a YMCA in Travelers Rest, we have a YMCA in Taylors, we have a YMCA in Simpsonville, and then we have one in downtown Greenville, and then we have one out there near that shopping mecca off of Woodruff Road, so, which is a good location for a day. They don't do the pedaling piece, but they can do the power. So that means there's somebody 2 or 3 deep of us at every branch location that can work with Parkinson's patients, people with Parkinson's. And so we're very excited. And I'm talking about already top-notch staff that have been credentialed in that exercises medicine, working with the oncology patients, educated in exercise science, life experiences working with Paralympians on the cycles. So we feel very fortunate. It was a hard choice. Luckily, I did not have anything to do with picking out any of the staff that were chosen to attend the Parkinson's certification. So the phone call took place in January. We hosted the certification in July. And so 14 of us went through that. And then we started laying the foundation. And one of our small hiccups that we're excited about, though, is that we're getting new bikes. So we took the fall to work out some of the kinks, basically, because our bikes will be coming in January 26th. So that'll give us a chance. So we've worked out a lot of the kinks on our onboarding, which I'll go into in a little bit later, but that gives you a good idea of, so we worked on just building that foundation, the instructors getting good at teaching the classes, people like me getting good at the onboarding piece of bringing people in, getting out in the community and talking about it, working with our marketing team to put our pieces together that you find on the table. And so we're finally at a place where we're just really excited. All classes are up and running at this point. Two of our branch locations have 4 in them, and a couple of the other 2 have like a couple people. So we're ready. Our doors are open, and we're really, really ready to kick off and bring you guys into our facilities and show you what we got. And you show us what you've got, because we know you got it too. So with that, I am going to show you what power is all about. So who's familiar? I understand Ken's familiar with BIG, which is the foundation for power that Dr. Farley worked on that. That's more clinically based, research based, and she spun off, if you will, into this other direction with the power moves. Is anybody else familiar with power Parkinson wellness recovery? Oh yeah? Where have you done it? Familiar with it? Oh, okay, she just told you, yeah? Yes. Are you taking cycling? Yeah. Oh, I got to give you a high five. Yes, yay. Yay. Mr. Howell, are you taking it at Eastside? Have you gotten in there yet?
I actually dropped out of it.
Oh, I have heard about you. No pressure, but I think we came up with a solution for you. So hopefully Stephanie will follow back up with you. So yeah, so that's good stuff, but good. Well, I'm glad. So would you like to say anything about taking the class? Well, that brings me, you brought up a great point, because that's part of the pedaling piece is that research has shown like up to 6 hours, the symptoms can diminish. And then if you add the power moves that we're going to talk about, I do not want to mess Dr. Farley up, so I'm going to actually read to you what the power moves are all about. So this is what it says. Dr. Farley, founder of Power, has translated the basic science research about how to exercise for brain change into a practical framework so that these tools can be applied now to help people with Parkinson's disease put off and reduce symptoms, decrease fall risk, and to improve quality of life and real world function. So that is the why for the power. That's why we wanted to bring that into our pedaling. So it was like the biggest bang for the buck, or the ride, if you will. So that's how we've brought the two together, and that's what makes our program unique across the country. So with that, you're gonna stand up and work out with me a little bit. I've asked Tina, if you need to stay in your chair, I've asked her to come on up. I'm gonna get up here on the stage, if I can gracefully manage this with all these microphones. Oh man, my eyesight's bad. Getting older. So in the power moves, there's some power burst, and there's some things that we're working on. Our posture, we're going to do some shift changing, we're going to transition, and we're going to do some rotation. Okay, so those are some foundation. There's just 4 foundation moves that can be done standing, seated, prone, and supine. So, meaning face down and face up. So we're going to obviously do it all standing up, except if you do need to stay seated. So you're going to start with your hands down. Tina's got her on her lap. You're going to start with them down by your legs, your hips, and you're going to open up wide. So you're going to squat with it, or if you're up, and then open up those arms really wide. And I don't even think I can do it justice with this little microphone in my hand. So open up wide. Now we're going to add some breathing. You ready? We're going to do shh with it. So you're going to inhale and open shh, and down and open shh. Good. Really spread those fingers wide. Shh. Good. And do it again. Shh. I can't hear you guys. Yeah? All right. This is all about your breath and your posture. Really opening it, just really wide open. Good. All right, one more. Shh. Good. Shake that out. We're going to go right into weight shifting, but what I want you to do is I want you to give me a fist. We're not going to kickbox or anything. So first I want you to just flick. Bring both of them up. So Tina, yeah. So as I only have one. So you're going to flick. And you're going to twist that forearm and just flick it away. Bring it in. All right. So as you do that, as you keep them, I just want you to start shifting your weight just ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Flicking. So you can see Tina, she's getting bigger. That's what we're going to do. We're going to add a reach and flick. This arm goes down to the bottom. So when you go up, it's going to look like this. Okay? Good. All right, we're going to add something to this. I've been missing the sunshine. So we're getting ready to shout sunshine with that. So when you go up, it's sun. And when you switch side, shine. Okay? So we're going to we're bringing out the sunshine, in other words. All right, you got it? All right, so here we go. Down, sun, shine. Sun, shine. All right. Sun, shine, sun, shine. Two more. Sun, shine, sun, shine. Good. Y'all are ready. Y'all are ready for some sunshine too. All right, shake it out. Okay, this is going to be big, big. Tina, you want to show the seated version? Just so I can, because I'm missing a hand. Oh, okay. Over the ledge. Okay, how about this? Here's your cue. I want you to imagine that you have a ledge or you're going to step out and over something, okay? One to your right and one to your left, exactly. And your hands are going to come into your chest. You're going to start here. Give me those wide, wide hands. You're going to pick the knee up, step out and reach, and then step back in. Let's do it all to one side, all right? And so step out and come in. Good. Step out and come in. Good. Let's take it to the other side. Here we go. It's out and over, out, over. Good. Out, over. All right, you know we have to add something right here. We're going to spell gaps to your left. My right, your left, okay? So you're going to step out and say G-A-P-S, okay, and really loud. All right, here we go. Hands up. Step G, back in. A, back in. P, back in. Opposite side with YMCA. Y, loud. M, C, good. A, good. Just shake that out. All right, so remember I was telling you that we were going to rotate, right? So this time, what I want you to do, are we okay? I just moved everything. If you're standing, you need to recognize that you need to pick that heel up when you rotate, okay? So be really mindful of that. So kind of practice that for a second. Good. And then you're going to take it to the other side, picking that heel up, kind of staying up on the toes, if you can. One more time. Good. Good. All right, now you're going to add some upper body to it. So you're going to stay feet wide, and you're going to pivot, and you're going to rotate. Yep, see, Tina's got you seated. So we're going to actually track with this. So arms go into T position. And you're going to bring your arm and clap it with the other side, okay? So open up, pivot, and clap. Pivot and clap. Good. And clap. Let's take it to the other side for 4. 4. Clap. You know I'm getting ready to get you to shout something at me, right? We're going to head to the other side in the months of the year. going forward. Here we go. This is January, right? February, March, April, May, June, July, good. August, September, track with your eyes. October, November, December, other side backwards, okay? Backwards. Here we go. December, track with your eyes. November, good. October, good. September, oh! August, July, June,
May, April, March,
February, good. January, good. Give yourselves a big hand. Wasn't that great? Good, good. So that was eye tracking too. So there were some power bursts that we were working on in those moves. So we worked on breath. Shh. We worked on that. We worked on being loud. We worked on movement loud. And we worked on the eye tracking and the hands. The hands, when I had you flick, we were working on some power bursts through those movements. So there was a lot going on to change our brain in that. So what'd y'all think? We do that at the beginning of the class of our pedaling piece. We do that every time, and we close out the class with that. Okay, well, welcome to the YMCA of Greenville. You're specifically at the GHS YMCA, where we are currently having a power and pedaling for Parkinson's class. And we are so excited to have this program. We are addressing symptoms, basically, for patients with Parkinson's disease. And so our class is unique in that we are combining two evidence-based programs. One is the POWER, Parkinson's Wellness Recovery, and that is focusing on large movements so that we can overcome some symptoms like the rigidity and the bradykinesia. And then the cycling class, the pedaling part of the class, is to help strengthen the legs, help overcome some balance issues, as well as build stamina. So we're very excited to combine these two formats. We are the only YMCA doing this formatted class. All of our staff are certified to teach power and pedaling, and so we are very excited to be doing this format at every one of our branch locations here in the upstate in the YMCA of Greenville organization.
How about that? You ready? Here we go. 1, open. 2, open. 3, open. 4, open.
Okay. Right here, what we're doing is working big movement. You'll notice that their fingers are wide open. They're talking very loud, and this is retraining the brain so that we can overcome some skill movements if you run into some struggling, out and about. So you'll be able to think how to move and overcome some of the symptoms such as bradykinesia and that sort of thing, and in coordination as you're out on your own or you're trying to maneuver through life during the day.
You ready? Here we go. 1, in. 2, in.
So having them say the numbers out loud is helping them make a mind connection to the movement and think through what is happening.
9, 10, in. Good. It just helps to say what you're doing. So if we're counting out numbers, 8, 9, in, 10, in. Rest. Beautiful steps. Everybody okay? Shake it out. Breathe. Breathe. We're going to rock to the right and then to the left. And each one counts. So we'll go 1 and 2. Okay? But I want to practice first. So don't rush. You ready? Here we go. 1,
This is Power Rock
3,
with eye tracking.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was perfect. Shake it out. Okay, so now we have to twist. Feet are nice and wide. Remember, when you twist, you're bringing one hand to meet the other hand, but you have to pick up the heel to make that happen. So, does anybody golf? Do you golf? No. No? We talked about that. You golfed. You used to golf. So you think about, and I'm not a golfer, so maybe, maybe not. But this is the idea. We're trying to turn it good. Okay, shake it out so we can do 10 in a row. Wide fingers, big twist. Ready? Go. 1, open. 2, oh, good. 3, 9, open. 10, open. Very nice. Okay, shake it out. Take a deep breath.
Okay, so what's happening here is that before the class David ever joined our class, he went through an onboarding appointment and he learned his bike settings, and he receives a little card that he can bring to class every time that has his bike settings. And so he comes in and sets his bike up ahead of time so that when...
Okay, warm up. Everybody hit your stage button. We hit stage 1 and start pedaling. Perfect. Okay, so just comfortable, steady, very light, very comfortable, right? This is warm up. We are not worried about working yet. We're just worried about getting ourselves kind of stably moving on our bikes. Just comfortable. That's all we want. Okay, there's some music.
Okay.
All right, YMCA of the GHS Family YMCA actually has the Better Bites, not bitter, but Better Bites Cafe, and you can pick healthy selections from the cafe. After you've had an exercise session, you can have a little social gathering, as you can see in our cafe, and eat. But they will make the food fresh and make them to your liking as well, and has lots of varieties. And they make great muffins and healthy cookies. They have protein bars. They have all sorts of goodies just to make your life a little easier when you come through. But yet healthy, so that you're not messing up all that hard work you've done. So one of the features that we have at every one of our branch locations is limited mobility parking. We have some very specific parking spots up at the front of the building that you can access when you come into the building. We also have, every branch location will also have handicap parking near the building as well. So it shouldn't be an issue to get easy access to our facility at any one of our facilities across the city. Yeah, so our pedaling piece is unique in that we do speed play a little differently, and you only try to reach 90 to 100 RPMs only. So it's not like, so if you're thinking cycling, and you're thinking you're going really fast, that is kind of fast, but not overly fast, not like our regular cycling classes. So it's very geared, it's very research-based to only allow you to do certain RPMs in that class, and we work with you on that. And so on the table, you'll find our medical clearance forms. And this is an important piece, because I know when we first kicked off, that was like an agitation a little bit, if you will, to some of our participants. But our medical partners and our certifying organization has just really stressed the importance of us doing that. And so that's why we have the medical clearance forms. They have just really said, please make sure you get those completed before you bring people into the classroom. So we've done that, and we've tried to simplify that. We've changed it a couple of times already. We've changed it 2 times based on feedback from the doctors and from you all as patients. And so we feel like we've tried to get it at a good place to make it easy for you, but we've also tried to create easier access for you. So you don't always have to reach out to one of us just to get that part of the process going. You can find them. I brought them today You can ask at any front desk when you go into the facility. You can email anybody on the back of our brochures, and we can email it to you. But also, too, GAPS.org and YMCA.org, YMCAGreenville.org, we are linked to the GAPS website. So you can go on GAPS and get to our landing page for pedaling, power and pedaling for Parkinson's, and you'll find it on our page, or you can go to our website as well. So we've tried to make it very, very easy. Mary Pat, is it fill-inable online? So you can even sit in the doctor's office with your doctor and get them to fill it out that way as well. So we've tried to make it as easy and accessible as possible to get that part of the process going. So as soon as you have that done and completed, you can reach out to one of us at the branch of your choice and get an appointment for our onboarding appointment. Now, I've heard through the grapevine that is one of the most simplest processes that people with Parkinson's have gone through. So we do a timed up and go test and a 5 times sit to stand test. And we time you, and it's kind of a pass or fail, and you probably old hat on that part. And then we just get to know you for a little bit, and we ask about your fall history, and then we take you to the cycling class and show you the cycles and how to use them, how to get on them, and we try to figure out your place settings prior to you coming to class. And we give you a little card that we've designed, so it's like cardstock, so you can just keep it in your bag and bring it to class with you every time, so that if you forget, you can just pull that out and we can help you get set back up on the bike and make that very easy for you. And then we've allotted an hour and 15 minutes for class, but of course, as you can tell, it gets takes a little bit of time to get used to the seat, right? Yeah. Do you ever get used to the seat? No. So they do have gel seats out that you can purchase, and we've been looking at some of those ideas to bring into the classroom. But we try to make it as enjoyable as possible. Fun music. I forgot to play the music after all that. I forgot to play the music during that part. But we do try to do fun music. But I did want to share with you also that as a personal trainer, if you were to reach out to me and wanted to work one-on-one, I can do circuits. I can do other things besides just pedal. So you're not just, that's our group exercise format that we have. Yeah, you feel free to sit down. But so we have other opportunities for you to receive other training or other forms of training. And we do have a few of our personal trainers that can box with you as well. So we can get a little more specialized and individualized in our training with you if you're looking for something different. Well, thank you so much for having us. I've loved coming to your group meetings. I've loved that. I got to come to the Christmas party. I came back very touched that day from watching you guys interact and everything. So I'll probably get a little emotional right now talking about it. So, but yeah, it's just been a great experience for me. I have received just as much from you guys as I've been able to give, which I don't think has been a whole lot. But thank you for letting me come and be a part of y'all's meetings. And I know I'm going to see you some more. So I'll be back, okay? All right, thank you. Mm-hmm.